Hey Aquarius, welcome to my channel and welcome to your weekly read. We will start with what Spirit wants you to know most, career, money, finance, and then we'll exit out with love. We will take the most important message for this particular week that you need to kind of focus in on, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Hope all is well, guys. I finished all my monthlies and jumping into my weeklies. So I'm coming at you midweek. This will bring you to the end of the week, okay? Or whenever you happen to get this, or until my next read, okay? All right, what is going on for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know most? We'll start with the star deck, all right? By the way, your monthly was pretty amazing, man. But okay, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on for you. What does Spirit want you to know most for this particular week? Okay, what do we get? What comes out and what is most important to for you this particular week? All right. Wow, there's some sort of victory. Bottom of the deck, you've got some sort of opportunity. Now, you might not even see this coming. All right, guys. There is a cloud that's holding that pentacle. Now, this could be a gift from the universe in something like this, but there is an opportunity. Okay. Now, this opportunity, this is about you putting the move. This is about you harvesting something and taking action and putting it into play. And you're going to be getting some sort of message surrounding this. I do get a page of pentacles that could be delivering this ace of pentacles information. And it's up to you whether to harvest and cultivate and to take outside action and move forward in on it. Okay. Chariot energy and more earth energy. So this is an opportunity. We haven't even gotten to the career read, and what I'm really getting is some sort of opportunity. Okay. It's something that you have been manifesting and wanting for quite some time. And it involves you taking action and moving forward and putting in the work on it. So there is a gift for you and a message that's coming in regarding this particular gift. So Spirit wants you to know that, number one. And then, of course, to really cultivate it and harvest it, it's about having faith and taking outside action. Or this is you having that faith, knowing that you can, cultivate this to something even bigger, because the cards are already showing that. Now, what the interesting thing is that I get the card of deception at the very, very top. So I'm going to clarify that. You know what? You've been transformed. This has to do with you, not this thing here. I think that this has to do with a transformation, something that's been transformed, a deceit that's been transformed, Scorpionic energy in Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you're moving on to calmer waters, okay? So, this decision, that this opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles, give me more on this. It's something, I will tell you, okay, so this is telling me this is something that is of the past. It could be a past situation that comes towards you. Whatever it is, if it's all about you, you're taking your wisdom and you're moving forward from a transformative period for yourself. And so, hold on one second, guys. I don't know what. Okay, I just had to turn on the lighting because for some reason it's really dark. For some reason, I don't know if you're getting that or if it's me or what the deal is. So. In any event, this is about as good as I can get. But bottom line is, you're taking the wisdom that you have with you, and you're kind of rowing into the calmer waters. So in terms of the reasoning in your mind, if it makes sense to you and it brings you to this calming waters, you're going to have the wisdom to choose whether or not this is right for you. So I don't have this issue with, oh, is that going to be a problem? I feel that. It could be something from the past, but it's up to you whether or not you should, you can take this. Give me a card on this. This is very interesting because you got the past. It's a memory, and there's a message that comes through, and I get Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, in Scorpionic energy. All right. So you've moved on to calmer waters from the deceit. And so does this mean that this is a good opportunity, or this is something that you really need to think about? Give me a card on this. What is it? Give me a card. Feel joy in all you do. Well, I guess that is the question, that you need to answer for yourself. Have you learned from a situation, and now in this opportunity that is coming aboard, does it make you feel joyful? Does it make you feel joyful in what you do? So I feel that this is something that's coming into play that's important that you ask yourself through this process. Is that something that makes you feel joy? Okay. Yeah, because it wants you to really focus in on it. The feelings of joy is Spirit's way of letting you know that you're following your true path, all right? And that emotion of joy, that's a signal. I will tell you, Akka, it's a signal to your conscious mind that this action makes you feel this way, and it's what you should be doing more of. So, ask yourself that question when this opportunity pops in. And this is Spirit's advice. I'm glad I actually pulled this for you here. Okay, if you know what feels good in your heart, don't let the judgment of others dissuade you from following your own bliss. Do what you love, and love what you do is like this mantra. Okay, it's the mantra of the card and the mantra of this opportunity. Okay, I do get victory coming through, so this is really beautiful. I get success, victory, recognition, rewards. So there's some sort of opportunity and rewards, and not only do you get the Ace of Pentacles, but you do get the Ace of Cups. So I feel that what it is that you're doing, or wherever it is that you're moving forward, that you decide to, that this is something that brings joy. This is emotional awakening and intimacy and connection, and it could be with a group. Okay, this is the Three of Cups. So it could be that you're focusing in on a group activity, social events, networking, and you're doing that and having great success. And maybe that's part of what it is that you do, is that you have to work with others on the outside, and it's bringing you great satisfaction. So just ask yourself, do I feel joy in all that I do? And Spirit wants to remind you of that. Okay, so how interesting is that? This is beautiful. All I'm getting is that there's great success, and that you're going to know what decision to make, because you know what you've gone through and you know what you don't want. And because you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And it's asking you to center around your heart. So this is beautiful. That's what Spirit wants you to know, guys. Okay. So let's get into the next segment, and this will be career, money, and finance. And we'll use a different deck for that and see what comes out. All right. So let's take a look and see what that might look like. What comes out for career, money, and finance for Aquarius. Let's take a look. Career, money, and finance. I want to get a different deck here. Career, money, and finance for Aquarius. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's take a career, money, and finance. What do we get for Aquarius? What comes through for Aquarius? What do we get? Justice. Ooh, I like that card. Nice. We get the Three of Wands. We get the Page of Swords coming through here. Beautiful. And Judgment. Gosh, you've got justice and judgment. You're making a decision on a situation, or decision's going to be made for you. For instance, sort of court case. If you are in a court case, you're going to get message of something new, and a message of this. All right. You're waiting for your ships to come in on something in terms of a career. So some of you maybe have been putting out your job applications. Some of you are putting out your information, and get seen of the response. After putting it out, you're kind of testing your feelers out there. So I feel that you are waiting for your ships to come in. This is like the Three of Wands. You're looking for something. This is long-term planning. All right. So long-term planning is coming through here, with the Three of Wands. Making some sort of strategy, not short term. This is about putting investment into something long term. And then I feel that you're making a decision on this, that a judgment will be made. Okay. So I feel this is really, really beautiful, guys. There is some sort of justice coming through. What is this justice? Something that's fair that comes through. What is it that we get on justice? Knight of Pentacles. It's been slow coming in. All right. So something about that it's been slow in the process of really coming through, and perhaps that you kind of wanted to hear about something a little bit earlier, but that hadn't been the case. So it's kind of like maybe it's even something that you've kind of forgotten about, in the process after putting out some information here. So yeah, this is really quite beautiful. Wow. Let's take a look and see what else that we get. Slow moving. What is this? The Sun, new vitality. It's a new opportunity. So it is something that's going to bring some sort of light to you, some sort of new energy. And again, it's great success. Okay. So I feel that this is a great opportunity for you to take a look at something, get the message. You've got an opportunity. It's up to you to make the decision here. Okay. Yeah, that's what I get. So how interesting is that? Let's take a look at, I want to pull a little bit more here. What is this decision that you're making? Decision of judgment. What do we get? Chariot. Oh, to take action or not. This is about having faith. All right. So having faith, the Chariot card is in reverse, not having faith. And with disappointment. No, you put something to an end. You're making a decision on something here, guys. You might get a message that comes through that took too long to come through and you already started on something else. For some of you, that's the case, okay? And if that's the case for you there, what is the advice? Have an attitude of gratitude. Be appreciative for the opportunity that's coming for you, even if it's not for you, okay? Let's move on and see what else seems to come through, because the other side of it, I have to laugh, guys, because look at the back side of the card. The card at the bottom of the deck is patience is a virtue, okay? And we just talked about it. It was like slow coming in, and it's kind of like you've already kind of moved on and made a decision. But because that you're not taking action because you're kind of disappointed, and I do get the Ten of Swords. You've kind of changed, you kind of turned the page, okay? But a message does come in. So tell me more about this Three of Wands, because you're waiting for your ships to come in. What is this? What more is this? Queen of Swords. You've got your truth. You're standing in your truth. Look at King of Swords, King of Wands. The King of Wands is looking right there, and the Queen of Cups. Ooh, you guys, this might even have to do, wow. This might have to do, it even might have to do with a love opportunity, something is transformed. All right. There's just someone that's looking at you here. Okay. And that is the King of Wands, visionary entrepreneur. And I feel that you could be taking on that energy. And because emotionally and intuitively, I get the Queen of Cups and the Death card, you've transformed. You've transformed, and you're different. You're a different person than you were when you applied for that particular situation. Now, some of you could take it, but I just really feel that you're on into something even better, and whatever that might be. So this is what I'm getting for a lot of you, because you know your truth. You're a visionary entrepreneur, and some of you could be starting your business and that type of thing. So that's what I get coming through. Any other information? Any other information about the work, money, and finance that's important? Five of Swords. You've been through conflict. You've been thinking about an opportunity, and you finally balanced something else, and now you're making a choice. Guys, I think that you've been in the process of making a choice for quite some time, and you want something that is more balanced here. And I do get the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you could be starting on something. You could have an opportunity of working together, perhaps with a fellow air sign. Whatever it is, it's something that you've been really focusing in on for prosperity and abundance. And within this situation, there is the balancing of the scales of equal give and take. So for some reason, I really feel where you should flow to, based upon kind of that joy, is what Spirit had mentioned. Because for others, there was maybe some sort of conflict and balancing something out. And then I get Lover's card, Gemini energy. It's about making a choice. For some of you, it could be, making a choice. We'll get into love in a little bit later, but this is about, no, you've made the choice to balance something out. And for you, balancing something out is this new opportunity. And you could be taking on that masculine energy or be working with a fellow air sign, a King of Swords. Whatever it is, you're making the decision that's right for you. And I don't feel this sense of worrisome. I feel you're taking inventory. You make the best decision, and you don't want to be stuck. So you're creating the thing that you want, rather than accepting something that comes from the past. So if you're on this second kind of tier here over, that's coming through. What is it that you need to know in your advice? Take responsibility for your actions. Okay. So that's what I get coming through. Take responsibility for your actions. Interesting. So this is really focusing in on, I'm going to focus in on what's important for me. I am, especially for those of you that are starting your own business, that's going to be key. But your thoughts, your words, your deeds, all of those have consequences. And it's kind of like that law of physics, right? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So this is about you understanding to accept ownership of that action. And you might think that your thoughts aren't, considered action, but they are. They're not as powerful as words and deeds, but you would be mistaken if they are powerful in terms of creating the atmosphere and placing it into the universe. So, so this is about making sure that you take responsibility for your actions. Because the spiritual law has that, produces karmic debt, and you'll have to pay eventually. So it's best like to pay it good now. So what this is saying, whatever that is for some of you, but that's what I get that's coming through. So maybe there's something that you have to take care of in your finances, in your career, or whatever that is. Okay, only you know what that is, because it's going to be different for every aqua. So now let's go ahead and take a look and see what comes through for you. I think I want to pull. What cards do I want to pull? I'm going to pull these cards for your love life. Okay, so let's take a look at your love life. Make sure they're upright. Well, you've got a change coming through the Wheel of Fortune. That's destiny. All right. So what is going through, what's going on for Aqua in their love life? What comes through for Aqua in their love life? What do we get? What comes through for Aqua in their love life? The Magician energy. Beautiful, guys. Four of Wands. Ooh, beautiful. 10 of Pentacles. Dang, guys. Wow. And then here's lesson. 8 of Cups. And let's go ahead and pull this here. Wow. Bottom of the deck. Hierophant energy. Taurus energy is coming through. Ooh, this is beautiful, guys. This is, for some of you, could be stepping into leadership ability, kind of being some sort of guide, having the strength to be peace to others on life as you help them through their challenges there. It's kind of like you've been there, done that, and it's like teaching others. So it is quite beautiful here. This is nice, guys. So the bottom of the energy is really focusing in on authority over one's emotions. This could have to do with tradition, letting go responsibilities that aren't yours, and being able to take action, move forward, and express yourself. Okay. So I do feel that that's exactly what you're doing. Taking action and moving forward with the Chariot card is about having faith. So I feel that in your love life, it's all about having faith as you move forward. Okay. So a lot of you, that's what I get. Now I do get the Magician, which is also about manifesting what it is that you want. So you're going to know it's going to be different for everyone, but you have all the tools necessary for this. So this is really focusing in on manifesting what you want. For some of you, it's the 10 of Pentacles, long-term wealth. Long-term, happiness, that comes through here. So I do get that. I do feel that you walked away from putting emotions into something and you're birthing something new. So in your love life, you could have walked away from something that was hidden by the moon, and then you see kind of that dove, that you're bringing peace to your life, strength and beauty, and you're birthing something new. So I feel that you have been manifesting wealth and security and legacy and something long-term within, for a lot of the aquas that I'm talking to here, that brings in balance even into the home. So, I mean, for some of you, it's been a while since you've had balance in the home. And now that it's kind of, moving forward in a whole new way. And now you've been able to think. It's kind of like once you get some sort of balance at home, you're able to think about this long-term happiness and things like that. So 4 of Wands could also indicate marriage. Okay, so give me a card in the 4 of Wands. What do we get? 5 impoverishment of the conflict of the past, getting the rest with the 4 of Swords, and Knight of Swords, moving forward, very disciplined. Okay, Wow. And the star card coming through. Interesting. So this is new inspiration and creation. You're getting a lot of rest right now, guys. You're healing from past childhood stuff, is what I get. But I will tell you, you're inspired and super excited to move forward on in your true north. Maybe you've been feeling, stuck, exhausted emotionally, and off in some sort of way. Gosh, guys, and if you're feeling like that, guys, do check. I've got a new opportunity for a brand new course that I'm doing. It's not that you're broken or you're just misaligned. All right, and so my program actually specifically works on that. And if that is something that you are looking to feel maybe more energized, grounded, and be able to move forward in a better rhythm that matches who you are today, and not with the past. Like I said, it's not about being broken. It's just this misalignment, type thing. So that is something that I totally work on. I'm super excited for it. You'll hear more about it later on, but I am meeting with people already right now because I'm only taking 10 women, and it's really focusing in on those that are kind of going through a midlife, kind of change. Okay, so if you haven't been feeling grounded or anything of the sort, you're overextended, emotionally drained. It's really about midlife women who are ready to heal, grow, and step into the life that they deserve, mainly with wellness, purpose, and soul-led strategy. So if you want a new strategy that's grounded in soul and science, this is exactly the program that I'm working on here that will be done shortly. So I've been working on that big project on that for quite some time. But in any event, if you're interested, check the email in the description box below and email me, and we'll go from there. But in any way, to get back, it's kind of like this. That's kind of like how I was feeling. It's like, this is about, getting a lot of rest and recuperation and re-energizing oneself after being overextended or constantly tired or emotionally drained. And maybe you feel like you lost your connection to, purpose in some sort of way to be able to move forward. And it's time to be able to rise like this star that you are, and to, without guilt, and to prioritize your well-being. And I feel that that's exactly what is important here. All right. And having the Empress card come out is even more beautiful. So, wow, really, really beautiful, guys. So let's take a look at any advice that's going to be key for you here in terms of your love life. All right. What else do we need to know about you first? Wow. Whatever it is that you're looking for, guys, you could be looking for a long-term commitment. Now, the person coming towards you, they could be in the process of releasing their ex and clearing their energy, but there is some great chemistry between you, or someone that you're interested in. It's this person is calling on faith right now. They're really focusing in on faith, and that things will actually work out. Because it's kind of like a wish of theirs. Someone that's coming towards you could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy, but you make them feel very content, and you might get a message. From this person. They could be a little bit younger, or there could be an age gap, or it's a message for early love, and you're kind of their wish fulfillment, because I get the Nine of Cups. But they have to release their ex in some sort of way. So I don't know if you know something about that, but there's a lot of passion here, and this is what I'm getting. So, this is what I'm getting that's prominently coming out, especially as it pertains to partnerships. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Note your comments, like, and subscribe. If you are looking for a personal read, click the link in the description box below. And until next time, namaste.